In this video we go over my take on a automated rocket factory. This has the ability to stop production if you run out of pipes, then keep on making explosives and using up all your gunpowder, so you're unable to make rockets at a later date. Right, let's get into the build. Right, this is going to be the crafting items and the power for the factory. Alright, so we're just going to put down some shelving for the boxes we're going to need. We'll put 2 of these down. You could take it all from one box, but I've decided to use a box for each component. There's charcoal. Now I'm going to put down the frag box. And the fuel, or low grade. Sulfur up the top. And I've used a components box for the pipes. Now we're going to add the storage adapters. There we go. And then the combiner. Then we're going to connect all the wires up, not wires, pipes up to this combiner. And the top one. Right, and then we'll put the battery and then the switch down after that. And we'll wire the battery up to the switch. Oops, wrong side. There we go. That's that little bit done. This next part just requires 2 industrial conveyors. So we're going to put them just up here. Well, the top one's going to be for a sensor. So we're going to put in that we're looking for gunpowder. Then we're going to set the minimum for 500. And then the one below we're going to set for, we're going to put in charcoal. We're going to set for 60 maximum. And then we're going to put in sulfur, and that's going to be a 20 for maximum. This is how much we're going to send through to each crafter. Right, so let's change the colour of the cable. This goes into the input. So we'll just turn that off. Right, and then we're going to change the, because this is going to condition, we're going to put it into the fail filter with an orange cable down to power. Right, now we just need to connect these boxes up to the second conveyor. Right, that's that little bit. Let's move on to the next bit. Right, now we'll do the Gunpowder Crafter. This will consist of 1 level 1 workbench, 1 industrial splitter, 1 industrial combiner, 2 electrical branches, 2 industrial crafters, and 2 blueprints for gunpowder. This particular build has 4 workbenches making GP, but we'll do 1 and then we'll just copy paste the rest in. So down goes the first workbench. Right, then we're going to put in our 2 branches, and then our industrial splitter. Now our crafters, which we're going to populate with our gunpowder GP. And then we're going to put in our industrial combiner at the end. Put it there, right. Now we're going to do the wiring. So we take the wire out from here. Change that to blue. Go into the first one, and then we'll just connect up the second one. Now we'll set the power to 1 on both of these, and then we'll change it to green, and we'll take it to the industrial rafters, making sure that it's going to go into your power in and not one of the other ones. And do the same with the second branch. Right, now we're going to need to do the piping. So from the bottom industrial conveyor, we'll connect it into the splitter. Oh, well, we'll use this. We'll use this one. No, we'll use this one, and we'll go up to the top crafter, and then this one will go down to the bottom crafter. Right, so that's both crafters done. Well, apart from the output, so we'll just connect the output down into the industrial combiner. Right, now that's the first module done. We'll just skip past building the others, because I'm sure you don't want to be bored with that. Right, so here we have the additional 3 workbenches all put in, and we'll go ahead and now wire them all up. So we're going to change the colour to blue, and we're going to now link up the electrics for each of the modules. Into the final one. Right, now we're going to do the piping. So out of the industrial splitter, we'll take it across and put it into the next one, and then we'll repeat with the rest of them. Tidy that up. And then with the combiners, we'll go across and do each one of these. And there we go, that's all 4 of them wired up. Right, for the storage area we require 1 large box, 1 storage adapter, 1 storage splitter, 1 storage combiner, and an industrial conveyor. So this area will be for storing the explosives and gunpowder we make. So we'll just go out and put the box down for it. We'll put the storage adapter on top, and we're going to use the storage conveyor and 2 storage splitters. Just rotate this a little bit, and then I'll rotate this again. Right, now we need to connect this to the conveyor. Well, do need to change the colour. from the conveyor down to the storage adapter. And then from the storage adapter up to your industrial splitters. Try and get that nice and tidy. And from there to the input. And that's your storage adapter piping done. We do need to take a pipe across to your conveyor over here for detecting how much gunpowder is in the box. And that's almost it, apart from the wiring. I'll change that to blue. Take the wire out from here. And put it straight into the conveyor. This would be set to nothing. You need no filters on that at all. Right, that's the next bit done. Right, we're now going to test the gunpowder circuit to see whether we've messed anything up. Right, so first we're putting the sulphur into the sulphur box and charcoal into the charcoal box. As I said, this could have all gone in one box and we could have mixed up the components. So we'll turn it on, enable that, and turn that on. And now we're going to need to turn on each of the crafters. And there we can hear they're busy making gunpowder. Now we're just going to leave it a little longer till they hit the limit that they should be putting into the components box. Should be coming to an end now. Yep, that's come to an end. Check the box. We see it's got 620. Now the filter on this is 500 or more. So that turns the filter fail to 0 and turns off the conveyor. For the explosives input, we'll require 1 industrial combiner, 1 industrial splitter, and 2 industrial conveyors. Right, we're going to require to do a little bit of alteration to the piping, so we'll make a start. So first off, we need to put in a industrial splitter. We'll turn it around and rotate it this way. Then we'll take the pipe from here and pass it into the splitter, and then on the top of the splitter into the conveyor. We'll do this tidily. And from the conveyor, we're going to take it all the way down to the component box. We do need to add a combiner. Put that in just here. So we'll connect this now to the combiner. Disconnect this side. Make it so it's green, I think, as well. So it's going into the explosives part. And then from here across to here. So you tidy that up, I think. Not too much of an improvement. Anyway. Right, so then we get the 2 conveyors. We put those in. We set the filter on here to explosives. And then the minimum is 10. And then on the this one here, we're going to set frags. And that is going to be set to 20 maximum. And we're going to put sulphur. gain maximum of 20. Then we're going to go for low grade. And the maximum for this will be 10. And finally, it'll be gunpowder. The maximum for this will be 100. And click apply. Now we're going to do the piping. So we're going to do the query, which is going to be yellow pipe. Go into here, so this is going to check to see if there's any explosives in here. Then we're going to change it to green again and go and do the other one. Now the wiring, blue, comes out the pass through. And into the input on this one, and then we're going to go out from the filter fail using an orange because it's querying, and then into the power in, and that's that bit done. Onto the explosive crafter, we'll need a level 3 workbench, 1 industrial splitter, 1 industrial combiner, 2 electrical branches, 2 industrial crafters, and finally 2 blueprints for explosives. The explosive module is very similar to the gunpowder module, the main difference being that you use a level 3 workbench rather than a level 1. Also, the blueprints are for explosives and not gunpowder. And let's go on with placing it. So we're first going to put down a level 3 workbench. And we'll attach the crafters. Next we're going to put on the splitters. Line that up with right, then the branches. Now we're going to put the blueprints into the crafters. Place the combiner, industrial combiner, just here. Now we'll do the wiring. So change the wire to blue and connect these 2 branches together. And then connect it to the output on the conveyor. And now we're going to change the colour, I think, to a green. And do the same as we did before on the gunpowder ones, is make sure you put it into the power in. Right, now we're going to do the piping. So we'll turn the pipe to green. Now here we'll put it into the industrial splitter. And then from the bottom we go down to the bottom crafter. And then the middle one we'll take it across into the crafter on top. Connect from the crafter to the combiner, and this one, trying to keep the wire with the piping rather tidy, and that's the explosive workbench done. The rocket explosive crafter consists of 1 level 3 workbench, 1 industrial combiner, 2 industrial crafters, 2 electrical branches, 1 explosive blueprint, and finally 1 rocket blueprint. Let's start with placing the level 3 workbench. Right, what we need to do next is put the combiner in here. This is to allow us to take pipes and the frags out of the main component box. So we need to put it in line. So we'll put that just there. Then disconnect the pipe from the box and connect that to the in on the industrial combiner, and then from the out into the box. Now we're going to put the 2 branches up, and then we're going to put the crafters onto the workbench. Put rockets in the bottom one, and in the top one we'll put the explosive blueprints. And we're going to put the combiner just there and then wire it all together. So this one here, which is to go to the explosive crafter. And then the output we're going to put into the combiner down here. Oops, tidy this up a little bit. There we go. Then we're going to take the output from this one. That looks a bit, so it was okay in the end. Into the input there, and then for the output, now we're going to want to do the wiring. So we're going to change, make sure it's blue. Come out of here and down to the next branch. And then we'll go all the way back to here and link it into this one. Then we're going to go to green. This one's going to go to the top one, doing the explosives. Again, make sure it's into power. And then the bottom one will go into the rocket one. Right, so that's the wiring done. Right, that's it connected to the explosive part. This section should be quick. It's the explosive output module. This will take the explosive and put it back in the component box with the gunpowder. It consists of just one industrial conveyor. We'll start off by placing the conveyor. Just there. And then the settings should be nothing. It should be empty. So now we're going to take the pipe from here and put it into the input. And then from the input, we're going to take it all the way back to here. And then we're going to go up and into this combiner here, which will take all the explosives into the components box again. Now we're going to connect the wire. Oops. Right, just need to move this wire over to the proper connection. Put that into the left hand side, not the right. Change the colour to blue. And then we'll take this across and put that into the conveyor. Relatively tidy. Right, that's that bit done. Well, this should be just a quick test to make sure everything's wired up properly. Right, what we're going to do is put frags into the frag box. And then we're going to put low grade into the low grade box. Turn the power on. Just double check that's on. Now we're going to have to turn all the we're going to have to turn on all the crafters. We turn this on. This should then activate that one. And turn this one on. And now we'll step back and we should see those three crafters that are doing the explosive start to kick in. And then as they're using up the gunpowder, you should hear the other crafters all kick in as they're making replacement gunpowder. And there we go. So we just need to wait for these to make the allotted amount of explosives, and then we'll go and check everything. should be one, oh no, a couple more. Yeah, I think that should have now done all the explosives. So we'll go over and check the comp box to see what's in there. We see it's got 580 and 15 explosives, and then that's just turned itself off because it's just supplied enough to make all the replacement gunpowder. So that's the test complete. This is the final section that controls the input and output of rockets. You'll need one box, one storage adapter and 2 conveyors. Right, we'll just start by putting the box down with the storage adapter on top of it. Then we'll put the 2 conveyors down. We'll put the power across. There's no conditional, so it just goes straight from a pass through to the input on all of them. Right, just need no, is it this one I do, or the other one? Fairly sure it's the top one. Yep, top one it will be. So in here we'll put pipes, and we'll put the maximum quantity of 2, and we'll put gunpowder, maximum quantity of 150, and lastly explosives, which will be a maximum quantity of 10, and we'll click apply. Now we'll sort the piping out. So this one will change to pink because it's doing the rockets itself. So I'll take it all the way along, and we're going to connect it. Do it a little lower, I think. Right, we're going to connect it into this output here. And then this will come out and go down in between the conveyors, and this will go down into the crafter on the tier 3 doing the rockets. And then the output from the crafter, we go into the input on here, and then from here straight down to the box. Right, we're going to put some pipes in, and that's the last component we'll need to actually do this fully tested. And we'll turn both of those on and this on. Now this should start making well, taking the components into the conveyor, and there we go, it's making its first rocket, and then all the rest of the crafters should kick in, making the replacements for that. So there's our first rocket, and that'll keep increasing as long as there's components for it. Thank you to Keben for requesting this example of a rocket factory. I may have overcomplicated things as I wanted to avoid wasting components during the manufacturing of the rockets, such as producing either too much or too little gunpowder for the explosives. If you have any suggestions on how to improve this, I would be more than happy to hear them in the comments. I'm sure there are better and easier methods. If you made it to the end of this video and found it interesting, please take the time to like, subscribe and maybe add a comment. Thank you for watching. I've left a link in the description for the Rustrician diagram.